The movie begins by showing a spaceship, which is sent by a foundation, to bring 4 parasites. But, when they knew that the space they sent has crashed while coming. So they immediately send there to the police to check whether those parasites are left or not. But, while examining parasites, one of those 4 parasites goes into the man's body. So they take him to the ambulance. But when they are carrying him, that parasite becomes active, and it goes into the body of that foundation worker's girl. After that, the girl is seen going to the city. Then the scene cuts, and appears with the word Venom. In second scene, we see a boy named Addy, who is the hero of this movie. He is a best reporter and his company is very happy with him. He has a girlfriend, who works that company, which sent the spacecraft to another planet. And, in the morning, his boss calls him to the company, and sends him to interview in that foundation. And says him, "You are the best reporter, that's why I chose you. You have to ask him, why did you send that spaceship, and what is the matter of those parasites? And remember, don't ask him anything other, because, if he did not like you, then he can get you killed, because he is very dangerous, and powerful man." Then Addy tells him, that it is okay apart from this, I will not talk about anything. Then, Addy comes to his house, looking at the photo in his girlfriend's laptop. Then he gets an email, which was sent by his member, that this company is not right, it is killing people, and it will slow do it to you, so leave it. It contains all the details of the company, so he thinks, this is a good evidence for the interview, tomorrow I will talk on it. Then in the morning, Addy goes to that foundation to take his interview. There we see the CEO of that foundation, which is very bad, and this movie's villain. In the beginning, Addy asked him, what do you think about your spaceship, which was gone in space? So the CEO is happily answering that. Then Addy asks him, I have heard that you are going to do a trial on humans that can even kill their lives. The CEO gets angry with him, and kicks him out of this question. After this, Addy goes to his boss, but he did not do as per his boss's advice. Then the boss fires him, and he said, whatever happens to you because of this, you have to suffer. Then we see that he goes to a girl, she does not speak to Addy because of that, he is also fired from his job. Because of this she breaks her all relationship with him, and says, never follow me. We see that it is night and it is raining. Then we see the woman, in whom that parasite gone, that she is eating fish. Then we see in the foundation, who is testing that parasite, to see in what form it is more powerful. They put the rabbit in a vial box. What does that yellow parasite do to it? The CEO and women scientist of that foundation, is watching that scene. Initially, we see that both of them have a good bond, but later, that rabbit dies. And their efforts fails. Then Addy learns by news, that the owner of that foundation, is planning to send more spacecrafts, but Addy knew that, if he sent more spacecraft, more people could have died in it. Addy then finds a lady, who requests him to buy her a newspaper, so he buys her newspapers. And then he goes to a store, and there comes a thief who robs that store, but secretly, Addy takes some things, then pays money and goes back. Then we see the owner of the foundation, who is going to do trials on humans, instead of animals. But that parasite not matches that human. But because of this, humans are dying, that's why the lady scientist doesn't like it. Then the lady scientist immediately goes to Addy, and tells him, that all this is happening in our foundation. But Addy tells her, that I have given up all this work, and now I will not take it for anyone. Then that scientist laddie says him, that owner is very bad, and he will kill everyone. In fact, he does not want to live in this world, because he knows that this world is going to be destroyed soon. He is experimenting on space, so that he can live there. He had brought 4 parasites from another planet, which one of them has lost, and he is doing trials on people from 3 parasites, due to which they are dying. It is not tolerated by me, that I want that you spread this news in news channels, that he caught soon. Hearing this, Addy gets ready, he tells her, it's okay, don't you worry, I will do something soon. Then Addy goes secretly with the lady scientist, and he sees there, that actually going trials on people. Then the Addy starts taking photos as evidence. Then there he sees the lady, from whom he had taken the newspaper. When he sees her, he wants to get out. When that glass is broken, that girl comes out with that parasite. Then that parasite goes inside Addy. Then those guides come. Addy is running away from them to save his life, but we see that no one is able to hold him, because he was running fast, by which we know that Parasite helps him to escape. He climbs a tree with very high jumps, and stays there until they leave. Then he comes home and drinks a lot of water. Whatever is lying in his house he starts eating it. Because of this he starts vomiting. His face is also changing, he gets very upset, but when he does not understand anything, then he calls his girlfriend. But she tells him that I have broken my relationship with you, don't call me now, but Addie try to meet her. But Addie goes to the restaurant to meet him. He starts eating the dishes there, and says that is dead, I am not getting energy, give me to eat alive. Having said this, it goes in the aquarium, there he starts eating cracks. Addie's girlfriend and her friend who is doctor, they do not understand and send him saying that, we will inform you as soon the reports come. Then we see the scientist, who is called by the owner of the foundation, now he comes to know that Addie came there with her help. He gets very angry and leaves a parasite on that lady. Now the guides of the owner came to the Addie's house who came to kill the Addie, but Venom fights them with angry, but when they do not stop, then Addie runs his bikes. The owner of the foundation is also watching all this. Seeing this, the CEO of that foundation becomes happy, and says that, look how much progress my discovered parasite has made. And here to avoid them, Addie takes a high jump from the bike, due to which it falls and breaks some bones. But now Venom covers Eddie's body, then Venom fights with guides and eats Theme's heads, because he likes human heads so much, then Venom comes out of the water, and goes in the middle. They both could talk to each other, that's why friends, I like here's scene, and if you have liked it too, then definitely tell in the comments. Then Venom tells him that I have been brought here, from another planet, after that I get your body. You are a good host, so you drop me back to my planet, so that I can go back home. We see that Addie has all the evidence, so he goes to the company to meet his boss, but the guides don't let him to go. So Venom tells him that I am with you, you don't need to worry, I will deliver you upper. So Venom brings him upstairs, but his boss is not there, so he writes a letter, but then there comes the team of that owner. They are going to start shot Addie, but Venom again covers him and saves. And he kills guides, one is about to eat guide's head, but then his girlfriend comes there. Then Addie comes in his form. And asks her, what are you doing here? His girlfriend says that, you know that you are undergoing treatment, so what are you doing here? Before there is some issue, you come with me right now. Addie's girlfriend's new boyfriend is finally successful in getting the venom. Now Addie feels so good, and he tells Venom, I did not want you to come inside my body. Then the Addie has goes little away from there, that the guide catches him. Then they takes him to the owner, where we know that there is a parasite also inside a owner, who enters through a girl's child. Then the owner tells Addie, to give your venom quietly, but Eddie doesn't tell him anything. So the owner tells him not to make me angry, I can also turn into a venom. Then the Addie tells the owner, that you will get tired of him soon because he will have complete control over your body. Then the owner tells him, that it doesn't matter to me. When the Addie does not tell him anything, then the owner tells his guides, take him outside and shoot by gun. But then his good Venom comes to him through his girlfriend, and they become friends too. Venom then saves Eddie's life again, then covers up his body. And Venom tells him that, the owner has done all the experiments, now he is going to take more venom from my planet. If they all come here, this Earth will be destroyed. Here the owner tells that spacecraft to fly, but all his workers start understanding him. To going there is no longer out of our danger. But because of this the owner gets angry, and kills all these people, and he starts the spacecraft on its own, and then there also comes the hero Venom, who did not want this Earth to be destroyed by evil Venom, so this Venom fights with that villain Venom. We see that the villain Forrest becomes very powerful, then he kills the hero and goes to the spacecraft. But we see that, how can Venom die? He goes again Eddie's body. And he takes that Vapon, by which the villain killed him. He strike on the petrol tank, due to the spacecraft catches fire. Then we see that, there is owner in that spacecraft, who burns and dies with that parasite. And Venom also sacrifices his life to save the Addie. And Addie falls on the water. Then we see that, while sitting he is talking to his girlfriend, then the sound of Venom comes from his body, so she asks him is Venom still alive, but an Eddie tells her, it was someone else's voice, not Venom's. By which we knows that Venom is still alive. Then Addie leaves, and secretly talks to Venom. Addie tells him, that you can stay here but people does not know that you are really here, and there are some rules, that you have to follow them, as you will not eat human beings, only eat those who are evil, promise me. So Venom says, how were the bad guys? Then Addie tells Venom, that those people who hurt peoples and do bad things to them. So Venom promised him. Then both of them go to a store, where we see that a man has come to rob the store. Seeing this, Venom gets activate and devours the man, just as Eddie told him. Now everything is back to normal, and Addie gets his reporter job back, and now Addie is interviewing the big serial killer. And here the movie ends. If you like this movie, then like and share it and subscribe this channel, for more such as movies.